So what about the information in the record that we don't want the client to see? Under HIPAA, we're not given a lot of protection unless there's an immediate threat to the client's health or safety, or the health and safety of someone else. You probably have to release it. The whole record? Yep, the whole record if that's what they request. The one exception is what we call psychotherapy process notes. So what are psychotherapy process notes? They're different than progress notes. Progress notes are where you put the diagnosis, where you put the clinical history. It's the things that get sent to the insurance company if they request it. Psychotherapy process notes, not progress notes, process notes, are those hunches or hints that you put down on a pad of paper or keep in a separate file. Those, if they're separate from the progress note, are protected under HIPAA and you do not have to release them. But anything in the actual clinical note is fair game unless you can document that there's an immediate threat to that client or somebody else when it comes to their health or safety. So what does it mean when a client has a right to check it? How's that different than getting it? By checking it, what HIPAA is meant to do is allow the client to contest, to argue with what's in their medical record if they don't feel like it was accurately represented or if they find an error. That means once a client reviews their record, if they believe there are errors or misrepresentations in there, they are allowed to submit a request for you to change or amend that record. Does that mean that you have to delete a record where they remember the session differently than you do? No, but you should add to the record that the client sees a discrepancy or has a complaint about the way that that session was recorded and put into the record what their additional recollections of that session were. If a client requests that their record is amended or edited, you have 60 days to either comply with that or not and inform them in writing of what your decision was. That doesn't mean that you ever need to delete a record under HIPAA because a client doesn't like what's in there.